Hi YouTube. I just thought I'd go on about how I got into the hobby. I did make an earlier video about it, but I feel like making a fresh video because there's been quite a few videos I've made, and I feel it would be great just to do a fresh video on how I got into the hobby in the first place. It was way back in 1984, so it was 26 years ago. I was introduced to the game by a man called Richard. He cared for the dormitory in the boarding school that I was at. He used to do Judge Dredd cartoons, really good Judge Dredd cartoons. He used to do cartoons for a local paper at the time. And he got me into it. I do remember some floor plans, some basic floor plans. So the earliest Citadel, probably Citadel miniature models and stuff, and other models were Dungeons and Dragons, and they're really great models for the time. I remember. I remember a donkey, probably a dwarf, other models as well. I don't remember much to do with what happened. I do remember that we had to hold somebody back because they were going berserk, so going into a frenzy or something. Some sort of barbarian type person, I don't know who or what, because it was first at D&D that we were playing. I also remember going hungry because we had a donkey and it ended up on a square where there was trap doors, and I think there was little goblins that actually ended up wheeling the donkey down to a section below, and they took our donkey. I remember probably the earliest monsters that I ended up facing. I think they were kobolds kobolds and goblins. So, and from there I was addicted. It was at the same time when I watched films like Dark Crystal for the first time, the Lord of the Rings cartoon, which looking back isn't as good as I remember, but overall it introduced me to a whole completely new world. Some that I never knew existed until I went to that school. So I got a lot to thank him for. He also designed a war game, some sort of war game similar to some of the Second World War type games, with counters and stuff like that. But never got to finish it because I had to move dormitory, and I didn't really want it to. I wanted to stay with that one, but never mind. I had a few games of D&D in the mid-80s, and then from there it was about... I never got back into it until about 1990, 91 with the black box set of Dungeons and Dragons. I got that, and I was in that. That's right. I was reintroduced through the red box set and played a few games of D&D when I was at work experience at Jarrett's Garden Centre in Bristol. That was with ended up with Jeff and one other, and yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, so from there I started. The first sessions I run at D&D weren't too great. After years, I only ended up playing 2 or 3 games a year. I was really cut off from other people to do with the hobby and stuff like that. It's only been the last few years that really things have picked up. But yeah, that's very much how I got into the hobby. It was through a man named Richard, and I really want to thank him. I don't know where he is or what he's doing now, but I want to thank him again for introducing me into the best hobby in the entire planet Earth. Definitely a great hobby. So I want to thank him for that. I was also through that, I also got into the wargaming stuff back in 1988. I started buying White Dwarf, and it was until December '89 that I started going up to Games Workshop and bought quite a few of their games and stuff, and started playing Warhammer Fantasy Battle Second Ed. Played a lot of Epic using Elder, and my mate was using Orcs, and I never really won a game against them with Epic. Now they got these a while back. They got the new rules out, and it's. Hold on a moment. Hello. Yeah. A what? A YouTube clip. Sorry, I don't want to really start again because I'm already 5 minutes through it. Won't be long. Sorry about that. Didn't really want to start the video all over again after talking for about 5 minutes. Where was I? Yeah, I was playing a lot of Epic. You playing Elder. My mate was playing the Orcs stuff, and I enjoyed the first couple of editions of the game. The latest edition I don't think is nowhere near as good. I've got the rules somewhere, just haven't got back into it yet. I might have another look at the rules at some point. Yeah. Overall, yeah, Epic was pretty good. Right up to about the mid-90s. But the last couple of editions I didn't think too much of, but never mind. That's really how I got into the wargaming and the role-playing. So I just thought I'd do just an introduction to do with how I got into the hobby. Now I play the games I play now. My favourite game is Pathfinder. I do not like playing 4th D&D. By the looks of it, it looks really bad. I mean, I've seen it played with the people playing Cut and Thrust, and it looked a lot of fun on a video, a pack video. But overall, I don't think much of it. One of my worst nightmares is being forced to play 4th D&D. It'd be sort of like Apocalypse Now, the horror. So I'm not keen on 4th. I may change my mind one day. Somebody may run a game with me or something, and I think, oh right, not as bad as I thought it was. But at the moment, I don't think much of it. So Pathfinder's my favourite game. Games I'm planning on playing would be Earthgone 3rd Ed at some point. Dogtown, a free RPG that I got from Drive-Thru RPG. So that looks a lot of fun. So I'll be playing that, and Warhammer Fantasy will play 2nd Ed, and eventually Call of Cthulhu as well. So those are some of the games I'll be playing. Wargaming side, more Warhammer Fantasy Battle. I'll be running a tournament at some point and probably rerun a campaign. I'm due to start playing 40k at some point using Imperial Guard. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that at the moment. Probably run some sort of a tournament eventually on that one with my group. Other than that, the armies, I've said it in other videos, but I'll say it now. The armies I'm collecting for is obviously Imperial Guard. For 40k for Warhammer, it's Empire. The Orcs I've started again with, so I'm starting to collect them again. So I'm getting the book hopefully this month. Ogre Kingdoms, I got an Ogre Kingdoms army, but I'm putting that on the back burner for now until the new book that come out, which should be within the next 12 months, given the rumours I've heard. So those are the armies I'm collecting for. Should be getting that gigantic spider probably by April time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more games. I played my first game of Warhammer Fantasy Battle 8 had, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it against Wood Elves. Completely got obliterated. I mean, it didn't kill very much. A couple of Dryads and an Eagle. So I'm going to rework my army list and have another battle at some point. Don't know when, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Seeing I got, would like other members, play the odd game and that. So I've had my game, so I'm okay for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully one of the others will get a game I'll watch, and then I'll have a game in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. Let's think on anything that I can update people with. There's this quick update to do with the pub meets. Wargaming Bristol pub meets. I've decided to pretty much pull it on hold, seeing I've got no one turning up for it. As I said on the news section on my website, only 5 people are turning up out of the only 5 people have 5 or 6 people have turned up in total to do with it, and literally only 5 of these meetups have been really successful. So I'm putting that on hold until I get a lot more members with the Wargamers Bristol pub meets. So yeah, that's it really. Till next time.